Hi, I'm Alejandro Rodera from Formula TV, Spain. How are you?
Hi, I'm great, Alejandro. Nice to meet you.
I read earlier that it only took you like a couple of minutes or very few minutes to realize that this story was made for you. So what made you connect with the book so quickly, and what resonated the most with you?
Oh, it's hard to narrow it down. But what connected so quickly with me when I read that book was the character of Joy. And, a woman of, at a certain point in her life, in a certain position, having certain frustrations, certain cravings, certain yearnings. I thought that was beautifully written in the book. I loved the way secrets were laid out in the book. That felt very honest and true to our human condition. I love that. The question of like, how well do you actually know the people that you're closest to? I thought was just beautifully done. And I was like, oh, that feels very mature, very grown up and very honest. I love, love, love the moral complexity of it and the way it held contradiction, the way it said you can love someone and be furious with them at the same time. Those things are not mutually exclusive. You can have expectations and be disappointed. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. They don't affect your devotion to somebody, but you're allowed this range of human emotions in the course of a long-term marriage, in the course of raising children, in the course of a career. And I thought, for me, that the book put forth all of that stuff so beautifully. And then I knew when I felt that in my bones when I read it, I was like, that's the stuff of great TV. That's the stuff of great storytelling. And it was just wonderful to have the chance to translate that to TV, and then have, of course, the virtuosic actors that we have to embody it.
That's precisely what I was going to.
Yeah, see, that complexity is hard to juggle, right? That complexity, and so you need actors who can, just like the novel held it all in its bones, then you need actors who can hold all that in their bones.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because I was wondering how was it to take all of those things that you were saying that worked so good in the book and translate all that to the TV language, which is so different compared to a novel.
Absolutely.
So what was the most challenging and the most rewarding about that?
I think the most challenging and the most rewarding was figuring out how to juggle quite a harrowing mystery with a character drama that was, about love and about a family healing, and also make it funny. Because, things can sometimes be like, oh, it's a comedy, or it's a drama, or it's a mystery. We had to figure out how to make it all three. And for me, when I ran the writer's room, like that was always like watching those components, watching the dramatic elements, the suspense elements, the humorous elements, figuring out how to braid those in a way that always felt authentic, always felt real, always kept the story moving forward. It was really hard. And I think also for me, I love that kind of difficulty. That's what was rewarding. And then again, you get this cast who brings, I hope the show's funny, but it doesn't have any jokes. It's funny because the actors know how to bring wit into a moment. And that was extremely rewarding to watch that happen.
Yeah, about that, the show manages to give every character its own spotlight. Everybody has their moment to, I don't know if to shine, but to develop. How was it to develop every character, to balance the presence of every character and not make them just pieces in a puzzle?
Oh, great question. So I think as a writer, creator person, how I approach that is, like, I love writing ensemble dramas, but the problem is if you say, oh, in every episode, everybody gets equal time. That doesn't work. It becomes a mess. So the first episode is titled The Delaney's. The second episode is titled Logan. So how we handle giving each person their time in the sun, each upcoming episode then focuses, as I say, like kind of front burners one of the characters. So we experience that episode subtly but clearly through that person's emotional trajectory. So we don't slow down the plot, everything keeps moving, but we just dial up one person and do a deeper dive into their emotional reality.
Thank you so much. We've run out of time. was so interesting listening to you. I hope you have a great day and congrats for the show.
Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.